guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. It's our Tuesday night episode, which is just basically fucking whatever the hell we want to talk about. And yes, popping that beer. And so today is what did Buddy call it? She said it was just fucking
WhiteBeard bullshit session.
WhiteBeard bullshit session. We have WhiteBeard in the house, and what you guys missed in the green room was that Mike O'Nutty tried to propose.
Yes,
to WhiteBeard.
I seen it.
I accepted.
Yeah. I was going
He owes me a ring now. Nothing less than 3 carats. Nothing less.
I'll press some serious call for you, buddy. You teach me your ways.
Oh yeah.
That got a little erotic. So
that's like we're like 57 seconds in and we're already there.
Oh yeah, we didn't even make it to a minute this time.
We didn't even make it to a minute.
Holy shit.
I'm not known for lasting a long time, so you know. I should be there shortly. Keep talking.
Lots of time.
So anything new this week, guys? I know we missed Monday. We missed our Monday podcast. Everybody was busy, so life got in the way.
Who was supposed to be the interviewee?
We didn't have one, and we didn't have one planned. Maybe we had one planned, but Deadpool had a bunch of stuff he had to do. I had a bunch of crap I had to do. Everybody's just really busy, and so we just. And by the time we got around to it, it would have been like late at night. And we're like, no.
Like now, like 9 o'clock at night. Start.
Yeah. And Tuesdays is okay to do this, but like Mondays, everybody's like, too early in the week.
By the way, I just want you guys to know that since I came on your show, I've gotten at least 2 DMs in Discord in reference to the shittening. Just want you to know that.
Yes. And we still use that.
The shittening.
It's like an apocalyptic fucking date, you know? It's like...
One of them just plainly said in all caps, the shittening with a bunch of exclamation points. And then, you're fucking killing me, bro, with a bunch of laugh icons after it. That was the whole message. I was like, okay, I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what you lead with on a friend request?
Right?
No beating around the bush there.
I know.
No, straight to the point. No, I said, well, nothing really is going on my front. It's just a bunch of buying, land crap. I get still. It takes forever. I don't know why I have to buy a new ranch or farm or house has to be any more complicated than buying a car. Like, why does it have to be more complicated? I don't know, but you have to jump through so many hoops. It's not even funny anymore.
Because they can charge you so many more taxes for your house than they can for your car.
So many more fees for the different services.
It literally is. They just nickel and frickin' dime you. Like, we just had to have, like, you have to have a site inspection fee, a pre-build inspection.
I'm surprised we don't have the yearly inspections like you have with the cars for your house. God. Where they would come through once a year, go and see it, and you get that little sticker with the punch on your fucking window.
Just like on your garage door, just like a big poster-sized one sticker on your garage door. Yeah. But it's just like you have your pre-build, your pre-inspection. You have your once you get a road cut in, you have to have your to see if there was any impact. Like on your road has to be a certain depth to qualify for the freaking loan, and it has to have like a parking lot area has to be a certain size. There's a whole bunch of stupid shit with an FHA, and it's just ridiculous. And then once you get the utilities put in, the utility company has to come and inspect everything that was done up to the house before they let you connect anything. And then after it's connected, then you have to have a freaking home inspector come in and inspect and make sure that it was connected right. So it's like
God forbid you miss one of the steps because they'll make you tear it all out and do it all over again. They just stop everything until it gets done.
Now, let me ask you something. Are you building in town? Is that what the issue is?
No.
None of that applies out here in Texas. Out in the country? There's no codes. There's none of that.
There with an FHA loan. There is a bunch of stupid codes.
Okay, specifically if it's an FHA loan.
If it's an FHA loan specifically, we were going to do the VA loan. It would have been a lot freaking easier, but the FHA loan guys were like, "Oh, we can get this done and so much faster," and we were like, "Cool," and then it just slogged down, and we were like, "Oh man," and then it's just been what are we going on like month 3, I think.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. Month 3 of this back and forth. We're making lots of headway, but it's a slog. So it's fun.
Yeah, but 3 months, man. When we built my dad's house in Beeville, I took a ditch witch out there and dug all the trenching for the water pipe and all of that stuff. We built his electrical service and had a slab pour. All that was done in less than a month.
Well, we're buying in like a series of like little ranches. So it's like an urban, like a way out there subdivision. So what they did is they divided it up in like 5-acre plots.
Okay.
And they ran the road and they ran the electrical and they run the water out there to the edge of the property.
Right. And then they tap off for each individual lot.
Yeah, you tap off to each individual lot. But
it's kind of cool, actually, to be honest with you.
And it's actually really good deal. We paid $80,000 for our 5 acres with electrical and water already ran to it.
That's cheap as shit, man, to already have utilities there.
Really good land. It's really, really good land. And the only reason we got it so cheap is we were the first people to buy out there. And that's why it's been so freaking slow. They didn't even have the roads cut yet. When we went that one right there. And we went out there and I specifically bought one of the lots to block off access to 2 other ones. So to give me the option to buy those other 2 ones around me later. But it's been a long wait because we had to wait. They had to come in, they had to build the roads, then they had to put the culverts in because the heavy equipment couldn't make it across like the ditches. So they had to go in and put culverts in, and then they had to cut up the road because the water was on the left side and there was nothing on the right side. It's been a pain in the butt. But the good thing is that the land is already appreciated. So now that it's gone public and those little 5-acre to 10-acre plots are gone public, the 5-acre ones are now $145 and the 10-acre ones are like $300. So
man, that's gone up considerably. Was that like an 80% increase?
Yeah, so we had to buy the land separate from the house, right? So we bought the land and we get approval for the house. And so we got the land and it's already doubled in value, almost doubled in value, which is great. But dude, to do the culvert and then to get the road cut into 100 feet of road and then a 24 by 24 foot pad and then the pad laid for the house and everything, $11,000 is expensive.
Yeah, but you're talking about the slab and the road? That's not really horrible, man.
I'm used to doing everything myself, and to me, that's horrible.
I get that. I'm just saying, in comparison to what I've heard other people pay for that type of service, that's not bad. I mean, it might not be the rock bottom price for it, but you definitely didn't get screwed on that. Yeah,
I didn't. I know I didn't, but I really, really just want my tractor and then to go do it myself.
Sure.
But I fucking tractors so hard.
Would they have let you do it yourself? Or
no.
Because it's the FHA, you're forced into utilizing these services?
I'm forced to, but the FHA to use one of the FHA authorized people, which also means that they can't screw you because they have like a set price that they can charge, right? And the price that we got was in between like the maximum and the minimum, so like right median price, and so I don't feel like we're getting screwed any way around. I feel like it's doing good, but it's moved at about 1/10 of the speed that I wanted to do. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't go shop for a car. I buy the freaking car online and then I show up and pick up the keys, right? Like I don't go I just don't want to hear the labor pains. I just want to see the baby.
You're not going to window shop through an auto dealership and hear the spiel of 10 different salesmen?
No, dude. My wife tried to do that with me when she wanted to go buy her 4Runner, right? She wanted to go take me to all these dealerships to look at all these different 4Runners. I was like, you know what you want already. You want the leather, the moonroof, the whole 9 yards, right? So, like, why can't I just find that and then buy that? Why do we have to go and drive all these ones you know you don't want? And the colors you know you don't want. Well, it's part of the experience. And so I just fuck it, dude. I just pre-gamed like a motherfucker, took a shitload of mushrooms, and then just like had like a fucking jar of whiskey with me. And just like, I was the most annoying fucking jackass.
Let me test drive the car.
I was like, you're not my real mommy. You gotta fucking tell me what to do.
Don't put me in the trunk again.
If you guys don't have a bathroom that I can use, I'm gonna piss on that tree. You know, yeah. So she finally gave up, and I just went and just bought the car online. But because USAA has this really cool like car. Well, they used to. I think they stopped doing it this year. But they had a vehicle concierge like buying service, which was stupidly awesome. Right, like they had like all of these vehicles that they guaranteed were like perfect, right?
Wow.
And they had already sent like somebody out there to have test drove them, and so they had their mechanics and everything look at them. So you just pull up this list, and there's like, you know, hey, type in 4Runner, and there's 700-800 of them to look at, and then just you literally just click buy, and then schedule a pickup time, and it was literally that easy. And like the whole process was, 20 minutes, and or like one beer, and then you could just have your wife. You just Uber over there and pick up the damn car and have your wife drive it back. Good to go, or they drop it off your house. So it worked. It was really really easy, and that's how I've always bought my vehicles because I already at the point that I wanted to buy one, I already knew exactly what I wanted. Right, like I knew make, model. I've watched a million YouTube videos. I've already rode in a friend's or test drove a buddy's, so I already knew it was what I wanted. But buying a house should be that easy. Hey, you have funding. You should just, it shouldn't be death by inspections. It should not be like that.
Every layer of construction needs an inspection.
Dude, it's really that bad.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay. Now all these payments, all these stupid little payments count towards your closing costs, right? So all these little stupid things count towards your closing costs. So it's not like I wish I could just go and dump a load of money into an account and then they just take it out as they need it, right? Like instead of having to go and sign, it's in my email every other day, there's some signature that needs a DocuSign that I have to read through, sign, and then send a $200 check to someone, $200 payment to someone. So,
yeah, that sounds like the possibility for an app, like have like a GC for home buying, just takes care of everything. Put it on one account.
There are freaking lawyers that do that for a living. And I think
little people that go do all those steps for you to get your passport. You just pay them the extra $50 and they'll do everything for you.
It's like the epitome of society. It's just like if you don't want to do something, someone will create something that you make. Yeah,
there's real estate lawyers that'll do that shit for you, and you pay them like $2,000, and then you don't talk to them again until you get the keys to your house. And the next time, that's fucking happening. It's totally worth it to me. I don't respond very well to bureaucracy, and this has just been the most bureaucratic bullshit I've ever done in my life. And 0 out of 10. Huh?
Death by 1,000 emails instead of 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. And then, did you guys see the new housing changes? I don't mean to talk about housing shit this whole time, but you see the new housing freaking changes that just went in effect on the 1st of this month.
Are you talking about how people with good credit are being penalized?
Yes.
Fucked over for the people that have bad credit? Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I did see that. That's fucking preposterous, man.
So you have to pay a premium to get a home loan if your credit's above like 700.
Yep.
And it increases depending on how good your credit is, up to like 1.25 fucking % premium. So you're getting punished because you can pay your fucking bills on time.
Yep. Thanks, Biden. Thanks.
Yeah. And then on top of that, now you can get a home loan for 40 years instead of 30 years. So basically just your whole fucking life is just going to be just forever. It's a forever home loan.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that. Me and Deadpool were talking about that, I think yesterday in our server when we were playing games. I was just like,
they're trying to make it so that you can't accumulate wealth.
Of course. Isn't that been the game all along?
Yeah, and you have nothing to pass on to your kids.
Think about the difference between, 3 generations before us and where we're at now in the Gen Z generation. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I looked up what my parents paid for their house. All right, and their house is a pretty good sized house. It's in Idaho. It's an upstairs. It's 4 bedrooms upstairs, 4 bedrooms downstairs, and it's like downstairs is a basement, like below ground level downstairs. And it was partially finished downstairs, but we finished it out once we moved in. So it came with 4 bedrooms downstairs, 4 bedrooms upstairs, a bathroom upstairs, bathroom downstairs. And I looked at what my parents, and it sounded like like 1 acre of land, so it's not a lot. But I looked at what they paid for it versus what it's worth now. And when they bought it, it was, oh God, I don't remember, 1990 or 89 or 90. And they paid like $68,000 for it. And I'm like, that same fucking house is $425 now in that neighborhood.
I did something almost exactly the same with the house I grew up in. My dad bought that house in 1977, and he paid $25,000 for it. And right now, it's over $250,000.
Yeah,
it's gone up 10 times, not 10 grand, 10 times its value.
Well, my grandparents had an old timey house, and now my grandpa had worked on it and fixed on it and fixed on it and fixed on it. Like his whole fucking life. But he had 50 acres, and he ran cattle and stuff on there. So he had and they had a big family, so they just kept adding rooms onto the house. So by the time it was done, there was 6 bedroom, 3 bath, freaking sprawling ranch house, real nice with 50 acres. And there's no way anybody in my generation outside of winning the freaking lottery could afford that now. It's like $1.25 million freaking dollars. And it's mostly the land. It's not even just the house. It's mostly the land. We looked for 2.5 years to find decent property that wasn't just rocks holding hands, that we could farm, we could actually work on. And we lucked into this place.
Yeah, but that's not just houses. It's literally everything. I mean, my dad bought a brand new. Let me see. He brought a 76 CUDA, brand new, and he paid like $3,500 for it.
Wow.
And that was loaded.
Yeah.
That wasn't the base model. I remember he bought in 1980. He bought an 81 Toyota 4-wheel drive pickup truck, a little 22R, long bed. Yeah. And he paid.
God, I had one of those. I loved it.
I inherited it from him when I was in high school. But he paid like $6,000 for it. $6,000 for a brand new truck. And it even had, at the time, which it was a major upgrade, it had air conditioning in it and a radio.
My little old shitty 22R fucking Toyota. I remember that thing you could, you could fix the damn thing with like a bubblegum fucking wrapper and a Gerber tool.
Bro,
yeah.
we had it. He bought it in 1980, and I had it until I went to boot camp in 94. And the only thing that ever went wrong on that entire truck was the fuel pump. And it was manual, and you changed it out it was 2 bolts on the side of the fucking crankshaft. 2 bolts. You pulled it off, you put the new one on, you put the 2 bolts in, it was done.
It was just timed by the turning of the crankshaft. Yep.
Yep.
And mine, I had a carburetor issue with it, And I literally just gimped it by just I just poked a hole in a fucking, like, I think Mountain Dew bottle and just had it dripping gas into the fucking car. I'm maximum 20 miles an hour, right? And fucking just gimped that shit into AutoZone. I had like $50 to my fucking name. I bought the $35 freaking part, like the whole brand new car with the gasket kit and everything. Yeah. I had a Gerber tool and like a hanger, and that was all I needed to replace the fucking entire goddamn car.
Yep,
like that was it.
Retardedly simple, man.
And my God,
I want another one, man, but they're so hard to find.
I took that thing places. It was completely irresponsible to take that. Crawling up the sides of freaking mountains. It would go anywhere as long as you went slowly.
As long as you put it in 4-low, it would go literally anywhere. I remember I used to pull into the same mud pits that these big old Chevrolet pickup trucks with the 350s and the turbo 400 trannies and the 44-inch mudders and all that. And I pulled up in that stock Toyota and pulled them out of the mud in reverse in 4-low. I'd crawl in the same mud they were stuck in to pull them out.
Mine was like a late 70s, I believe, and it was blue, right? It was like the Toyota blue with like the little red stripes on it. And then I was up an old mountain logging trail, like in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. It wasn't even like a trail. It was probably just where they herded cattle through an old where they used to log. And I ended up getting a slick area, and I slid off of the trail and hit an old deadfall tree. And the tree fell on the bed of the truck, and then I couldn't get it off. So I was like, maybe I'll just pull forward a little bit, and it'll just fall off the back of the truck. Hell no. It fucking took the goddamn bed off. To this fucking day, the bed of the truck's probably still up there on the side of the mountain. It just scraped the bed off the fucking frame. Like, sheared off all the fucking bolts, scraped the bed off. I ended up just driving this thing just back. And I just took the Sawzall and just cut off all the freaking bolts, went to the junk like yard, and the only other bed that they had would fit it was like lime green. And so I had a Toyota blue and like a Datsun lime green fucking bed on the damn thing. Wow. It was hideous, but it went everywhere. Then we tried to rattle can it, spray paint it, way worse. Made it 1,000 times worse. But oh man, so many good times in that truck. I went everywhere. I fly fished more out of that truck. Well, I take it back. I started fly fishing in my fly fishing career in that truck. Just going. There was a book called Trout the Size of Football, footballs, and it was a famous fly fishing book that had like this big, like 350-mile circuit for multiple states, and it was like every fly fishing destination in like the 5 states around Idaho. And we were trying to do that in one summer. Well, I ended up, I don't even remember what happened to that Toyota. I think I ended up selling it, but then I bought a 1972 VW Super Beetle, and that ended up becoming our fly fishing mobile. And we went all over in that thing fly fishing. It was so awesome. It had 3,000 miles on it when I bought it. This lady in our the local church died, and her husband had bought her the VW Beetle, and he died, and so she only ever used it to go back and forth to church. Then when she died, none of her kids wanted it because it wasn't cool, and so I bought it for $2,200. It had 3,400 original miles on it, and just cherry red, absolutely perfect. AM radio is the only thing it had. No air conditioning, just a heater. And
right. 260 air conditioning?
Yeah. But it got 1 million miles a gallon. Like, oh man, just like great fuel economy.
I could use that right now. Jesus.
No kidding.
Yeah, $4 a gallon.
I think back then, I think it only had like a 7 or 8 gallon gas tank. I mean, it wasn't really that big at all. Like $7-8 would fill it up when gas was like $1 a gallon. So maybe like a 7 or 8 gallon gas tank.
It's hard to imagine.
And it was like, I got like literally 45 to 50 miles a gallon out of that damn thing. And if they could do that back then in the fucking 70s, why can't we do it now?
Well, wasn't there a few different people that have developed different carburetors and different systems to try to make engines more fuel efficient?
That's because they had that thing where they made it a case in point. They had to get it to a certain miles per gallon. It was a whole industry. And then, the people that are, the lobbyists have got away with that.
There was that one guy, and he built a gasifier. So you'd add your gasoline, right? And then it pumped pure oxygen, I believe, to the gasoline and just burnt the fumes off of that came off of that. It used those to combust. It ended up getting like 102 freaking miles per gallon. And, he died. He got killed. He died mysteriously.
It's happened a couple times with a couple different people.
What they say that he was Clinton?
He was, or what we call Dave. He was Clinton.
Yeah, he was Clinton. So he ended up dying suspiciously of a car crash with a couple of shots. Shot himself in the back of the head a couple of times in his car crash. It was a terrible accident.
Terrible accident.
But like that, yeah, there was that guy. There was also the hydrogen guy. And the hydrogen guy was in, I believe, 65 or 66, where he built the hydrogen fuel cell that NASA ended up buying the patent to. No, this was the oil field companies, OPEC or somebody bought, Exxon, bought the freaking patent to, and then that was it. That's it. They made him sign a non-compete, like a shut the fuck up, thing, and then that was it. They just buried it. But
that's funny. It's like
he built a Mustang that got like 102 miles per freaking 105 miles per gallon.
What about the guy that had
how are you gonna make so much money on taxes when you got to quadruple the gallons?
What about the guy that had the little buggy? And he built the HHO generator and ran it off that, and then he ran out of that. He ran out of that restaurant screaming, "They poisoned me!" and fucking died right there.
Well,
dude, you know what's bad when politicians will go in front of the news cameras now and say, "Listen, I do not feel suicidal. I am not thinking about taking my life." After they
fucking actually fucking do that. They actually fucking do that.
You know how bad is it now that is what they have to do to go ahead and make a difference.
The Clintons aren't going to like this. I am not suicidal.
Yeah, right.
I do not feel like shooting myself in the back of the head 14 times and then throwing myself off a cliff on fire.
It's pretty insane that they've gotten to the point of having that much control that they can do that. That the corrupt is in control. If I had $1 trillion, I can't tell you that I wouldn't make certain things go away. Let's see. But you're not trying to make
this new Little Mermaid movie that's going to go away. But $1 trillion.
He's got this thing about this new Little Mermaid. He's like, fuck this, it's not happening. Brandon is now.
If I could, I'd fucking end it. It's going to be a disaster. Like, oh man, it's going to be bad. Yes, Tiny Beast.
Isn't it already out?
No, but they've done pre-screenings, and it's already got it's got one favorable fucking review. It's because they changed the lyrics to some of the songs, and then they've changed all the animals around. So, like, none of them are the original animals. But yeah. So, like, the seagull Gus is no longer, it's an albatross, and it doesn't.
Don't tell me they changed Sebastian. Come on.
They changed the crab. The crab is an actual fucking crab now. but he doesn't have a mouth. He has a little slit, and he doesn't like emote or talk or much or anything. And they changed his accent and how he's
kidding me? He's not the little Jamaican crab anymore.
No, he sounds like a white guy from Hawaii. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. And instead of like that song, you're gonna kiss the girl, they made that song about asking for permission now instead of it being like a consent.
The girl is consent. Oh my goodness!
They made it about consent, whereas like, dude, she should get consent from him. The entire song is about her springing shit on him and using a whole of nature to try to get in his panties, not the other way around. But whatever. Yeah, I don't care. It's dead to me.
Down is up is down.
You gotta love it. We're living in a circus. We got front row seats. You gotta love it.
All I want to know is if we're living in the Matrix, I want to know where my girl in the red is and my steak. That's what I want.
Yeah, I want that fucking steak, man.
I don't know. I make really good steaks. I don't think I need any random steaks. I think I'd rather live in Star Trek than the Matrix, because there's more species to screw, right?
I mean,
so like, Matrix, I don't care. I want a holodeck. You know the cool shit we could do with a holodeck?
Yeah.
You guys think you're having fun gaming now. And so you could actually like go and reenact a World War II battle or some shit in a holodeck. Yeah. America. We're going to go fuck up Thermopylae. That's what we're going to do.
I want to relive Pompeii.
Relive Pompeii.
See if I can outrun that shit.
Speed run Pompeii, go!
All right. So
you need a doctor to pull that fucker out.
Hey, Trim's here.
Howdy! Sorry I'm late. I
He
was
made
grilling.
it.
I was outside grilling and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about the podcast.
We have WhiteBeard on today, and it's just the WhiteBeard bullshit section.
What?
You missed us complaining about fucking fuel mileage in cars.
Oh, really?
And the Little Mermaid.
And the Little Mermaid again.
Oh, I already complained about that today, so.
You made your quota.
Yeah.
If you guys hear me eating something, I'm definitely not eating a T-bone steak while we talk.
That's what I had for dinner.
Am I the only one not eating a steak for dinner?
Yeah, I didn't have a steak.
I got the best kind of steak there is.
Free steak?
A free one. Yeah.
That's a steak.
I fixed an old guy's car today, and he paid me in steaks.
I paid you in tube steak? Old man tube steak?
Well, that too. We're supposed to keep that on the down low, though.
Right.
Like how involved was this repair? Like, was it like change a head gasket, like level shit?
Oh, no.
Get in there now.
I'm sure there was some kind of head involved.
Yeah.
I changed 2 struts, and I got his ride lawnmower going for him.
Oh, nice.
It's like, help me, step mechanic. I'm stuck.
Pretty much.
I had to mow the backyard here, and it was like, it's a big ass backyard, and it was like hip height to me. So it's like,
damn.
It's like 3 foot freaking tall weeds and grass. And I was kind of hoping that we would move out before I had to fucking mow it. And it took.
If you mow your yard and you find a car,
I got a toad.
You might be a redneck.
I found a big old Texas toad, and Tiniest was out with me, so she caught the toad. She's actually holding it right now.
Nice.
It's your little.
Give the chickens a change of pace.
I was gonna say maybe the toad and the chickens can play.
You know, I got this buddy of mine.
That would be a good idea.
His name is James, and he was high on fucking mushrooms and thought that you could lick any frog or to get high.
Keep trying.
Yes.
Almost there, buddy.
Yeah, we just kept fucking with him. It was so funny.
I know, you got to lick their assholes.
Catching that we were that we were, like making fun of him. He just kept doing it, and we just kept it takes a few more. The Texas toads don't have quite as much in them, so you got to lick them.
Yeah, just to get to the center of the lollipop there.
Yeah.
Now they're toxic, but it's not gonna it wouldn't kill an adult, but it's not gonna make you trip balls. It should give him some diarrhea and some mild stomach upset.
The shittening.
The sequel.
Part 2.
Shit-tacular.
Yeah, who does number 2 work for?
What happened?
Slippery.
He's slippery.
Did she just say the shit name?
She said,
no,
I heard it.
She says,
the mouths of things.
She said the toad's slippery. She says it's slippery.
Oh, okay.
She's like, go in the bathroom. It's the shit name.
I pooed in my diaper. It is everywhere.
Oh my god!
That is you don't experience parenthood until your child shits up their back. That is true.
And a car seat. And a car seat.
No, while you're carrying them in a store, all over your fucking arm.
Oh yeah, shit and piss on. That is just you become a parent.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Baby wipe shower. Here we go.
I remember one time Riley, he was just getting to the point where he was starting to walk, and he fucking shit all in his drawers in Walmart, and was walking over by the toys and pulled his pamper off and just started wiping out.
Just walk away. Just
Wasn't me.
Walk away. Call him from the other aisle. If he comes back to you, it's meant to be.
This little older Mexican lady that worked at Walmart came around the corner and did one of those where it looked like she was about to throw up in her mouth. And I just picked up Riley. I took my t-shirt off. No. I took my t-shirt off. And I wiped him down to get all of it off, and I threw my shirt right there and left it there.
Oh my gosh!
And walked out of Walmart.
Well,
the basket of goods and everything. I didn't give a
It wasn't
fuck.
like a high quality joint.
That was the day I started shopping at Target.
I mean, if it was Target, it might have been a different story. Target is a little upper class.
Highfalutin.
But Walmart, I felt perfectly comfortable doing that.
Right on with the norm. It's no big deal.
Well, you've seen those videos of people just dropping deuces casually in their convenience store, right? Old grandmas walking through the milk aisle, just wiggling one out.
I didn't see that, but I did see. I don't know if it was a Walmart or a Kroger's or what, but some woman, she dropped her pants and put her butt cheeks over the lip of that freezer. Like where the bacon and all that is. Not the freezer doors, but the little. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like a 1 foot glass high. Yeah, and she just hung her butt cheeks over the edge and fucking shit right there. Worst part was she didn't even wipe herself. She just pulled her pants up and took off walking. And I thought to myself, I mean, it's one thing to shit in public, but to leave your shitty ass and walk away.
Yeah.
They don't care.
And to shit in a fucking freezer of a store that you shop at. Oh my god!
Yeah, how do you know they shop there? Maybe they're like the competition. That's the other store.
That's the Kroger. The owner of the Kroger.
They have the new app.
It was an Albertsons infiltrator.
The shit splits.
Oh, I know you guys saw the one. I know at least one of y'all saw the one about it was a YouTube thing where the guy went into Home Depot or Lowe's where they had the toilets on display and took a shit in one of them. I know y'all.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Jackass did that in their first movie. They went into a fucking hardware store and took a shit in the toilet.
And the guy that worked there, he's like, I know that you didn't do just what I fucking think you just did.
You didn't fucking do that.
It's a hardware store. There's plenty of hammers. I'll grab one and go to work. God,
and they deal with assholes all day.
Justifiable fucking homicide.
They had to have fucking paid them people tons of money after that was over.
Oh yeah.
You remember the rent-a-car that fucking Knoxville did? Like one of his first stunts in Jackass.
Yes.
That was so bad.
And they purposely made sure to not buy the insurance. Yeah, I remember that. Come back all beat up with a fucking blow-up doll in it and shit.
The gas tank is full, man. The gas tank's full.
Of what?
Oh, Jesus. They're fucking nuts. They couldn't do that as much as they did then now. That
I don't think so. You couldn't get away with like half of the freaking shit we used to do back in the day.
Yeah, there's so much litigation.
So many rules.
Yeah.
It's sad. I mean, it's ruining fun. It really is.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Good times.
Then again, there's also all these, people, the TikTok stars, Instagram people that are standing on the edge of cliffs and be like, perfect selfie, and just fucking going down.
Which I'm 100% for.
What about the ones that are doing the in the hood pranks?
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
One of those dudes are going to get shot, dude.
People try and like punk gangsters and they end up getting shot.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine with this. It's cool.
I want to see the actual shooting. I mean, I want to see it actually happen. I want to see the guy screaming like on the ground, like it's just a joke.
Last year there was that one guy who, I guess he did some like risky shit, on video. And one of them, he was standing on top of an 18-wheeler trailer, and in like live streaming, and the bridge that they went under killed him instantly.
Beautiful. I don't see a problem with this. There was that guy. You remember that asshole who used to run around dressed up as like a sheik or something, like in traditional like hardcore Muslim clothes, like with and then he'd throw like a backpack at people and yell
Allah Akbar and run away.
He got chased the fuck down and beat the fuck up one day. Like he threw it at a bunch of skater kids, like they were in like their late teens. They chased his ass down and beat him almost to death with their skateboards.
You know who I'm really shocked about? This was a while back that got away and didn't get fucked up over it was Ari Shaffir when he did his The Amazing Racist and all that. Yes, dude. How did he get away with that without somebody just hurting him bad?
He was so fucking funny. The fucking Mexicans when he get back my truck. Dude, he's still bad. He doesn't give a shit. He really just doesn't. But he probably did, and it just wasn't recorded on camera. He didn't want to sell that. I can't imagine he didn't get fucked up for some of the shit that he pulled. But it's all in the name of comedy. I mean, he is like the renegade of comedy. I mean, I don't know how. And can you even still find that stuff? I haven't seen those.
I don't know. I kind of want to. I'm gonna check out YouTube real quick and see if it's on there.
Because he did a whole bunch of stuff.
Why do I gotta fucking look it up? I'm already supposed to be the racist one.
Aren't you? I thought you were the Jamie. You're not the Jamie. Is Deadpool the Jamie, or is it Trim?
We need someone to.
What did I do?
The Google Queen.
What did Trim do?
Oh, you know
what the Jamie is.
This was a long time ago, like 9 years ago. The Amazing Racist guy.
Yeah.
They're all still on YouTube. There's Amazing Racist runs a driving school for Asians.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I'm glad they didn't get rid of it.
No, they're all still there. They're great.
But you can't do racist humor anymore, man. They'll get you. They'll cancel you every way from Sunday and get you fired from your job, and all about a joke.
How silly is that?
That's
we can't make fun of our just everything. You should be able to make fun of everything. As humans, we shouldn't look at ourselves as adversaries. We're all the same fucking species.
Here's the thing that gets me though, right? It's only certain people who can't do it. Right? Like black people can tell jokes about black people, Hispanics, white people, Asians, whatever. Hispanics can do the same. Can tell jokes about blacks, Hispanics. Asians, whites, whatever, but white people can only tell jokes about white people.
But white people is such a broad thing. Because you think about white, how many people are white? You have Northern Europeans. You have Italians that are white. You have some Italians that are so dark that they look like they could be African American.
I think they may be considered Hispanic.
They mean the Caucasians from mountains of Caucasus.
The mountains of Caucasus. Where they harvest mayonnaise from the trees.
That baby is white. That baby ain't no black baby. That baby he's got a 700 FICO score sitting right there.
People like me with a cottage cheese white skin.
Is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That was did you see that one? It was the black guy was in prison, and the black lady tries to bring the baby to come visit him. He's like, I've been here for 4 years. There ain't no way I have a 1-year-old baby. And that baby's white. Where'd you get that white baby? I think
it's a silly thing to be so hung up over, though. Like, it really doesn't. In the retrospective things, which it always cracks me up. It's like, could you imagine if an alien species were observing us right now, and they're like, these motherfuckers?
It's Cat Williams. It's Cat Williams who does this. Hold on,
Cat Williams is hilarious.
Dude,
let's see if I can get it.
Say hi, Daddy.
Whose goddamn white baby is that? This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned. Mm-hmm. That one might be mine. That one right there. I'm not totally sure. Just because you name him Darren don't mean he belongs to Darren. But I don't care.
Is this the one where he's in prison?
His name is. Yes. His name is Rice.
Yeah, I remember this.
But not light-skinned. That is a white child. That is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That is a Slavic baby, a Viking from Iceland. That's a good. That baby got 730 as a credit rating right now as an infant. The only one I've been with, Darren. Just let me explain to you the math. I've been in here 16 consecutive years. You know how long consecutive is, don't you? Yeah. Okay, so I mean one right after the motherfucking other. Because I ain't never missed a day. So clearly you've been having some conjugal visits with some other motherfuckers other than me. That's not my baby. That's almost a grown white man. His glasses are certainly grown. I've never seen a baby with that type of prescription. And why does that baby look like Officer Joshua? Bitch, you been fucking the guard? Not good. Hey, Darren, stop talking to my mom like that, man. Be respectful. You're absolutely right. I apologize for that. It's just this bitch. Your mother was misbehaving. Sorry, I should have said better example in front of the nice white gentleman and your mother. All right, so can I please speak to my black son?
Set an example of a nice white gentleman. It's a baby. The baby's like 4 years old or 5 years old.
I don't remember the movie, but I remember him sitting in jail, right? He's like in prison, and they're doing the talk through the glass and all that shit.
Yes,
I remember that scene.
Baby looks like Stuart Little's brother.
Yeah. I think it's called School Dance, like in the movie. Yeah, School Dance.
Then there's the opposite of that one, and that was Me, Myself, and Irene with his back.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah. All three of his sons are black. You
notice your kids kind of have a year-round tan. What are you getting at?
The water beads off the hair.
It turns out that
for Christ's sake, your pigs are bigger than sausage you're cooking.
Turns out getting a vasectomy doesn't prevent pregnancy; just changes the color of the baby.
Right.
She's a faithful woman. I swear to God.
Oh man,
Can you imagine
Jody
people
moments.
being in that much denial?
There
has to be
Jody moments.
I know a guy
here?
personally that has like 5 what he calls miracle babies because he can't have kids.
Oh my God! Is the neighbor real happy?
He calls them miracle babies. He claims every one of them will not hear any different. But more power to that fella.
That friend across the street is smiling.
That's what you call living in denial.
Oh my God.
There's been anybody else here ever been in the military? Anybody else here?
Mm-hmm.
Just,
yeah.
So we were gone 585 days straight in one deployment, right? And guy comes back to a 1-month-old baby.
Shit. She just gestates a little longer, that's all.
We were trying to tell him, dude, you were right there with us the entire time. Like,
did you mail that shit home, bro? You said,
yeah. Did you guys freeze anything or no? Stupid privates, man. Hey, don't you let that stupid toad around. Get the toad. Put it back in his cage. Get the toad. No, don't pretend like you don't know where it's at. It's right there.
Lick the toad?
The toad peed on her. She freaked out. She dropped the toad, and it's trying to go underneath the damn sofa.
And now it's brain damaged.
Yeah.
I have to.
It's pissing everywhere.
It's going to get under the sofa and dry up and smell. Where's the toad?
Oh, yeah. Talking about that, I had a fucking aquatic frog hop out of its tank. I don't know how it made it this far. It made it all the way to the fucking bathroom. Found it dried up on the floor. It was sad as fuck. Me and my daughter found it. And it was just like, yep, he decided to die. He fucking thought he could live out of water. That shit did not work for him. It's like, but he made it to a place that had the most water in the home. The fucking bathroom.
And then he gave up.
And
there it is. Oh, Jesus.
Got crispy.
Go get your damn toad. I'm old. I don't want to bend down and get under there.
I mean, it's sad, but it's like, he ate all my fucking shrimp, so.
Was it like an African clod frog?
Yeah, it was. I guess the tank was too full of water. Because he decided to get the fuck out.
I did find that toad.
Did you guys see the video of that chick that took the tortoise and threw it in the water and said, "Be free"?
No. Oh, where was this at?
It was on the internet.
Poor guy.
Oh man, she's like, "Here, be free, little guy." Throws it in the water. Oh my lord!
Oh man, that's sad.
It is.
That's sad.
So many people do that shit though. They'll just like release pets.
Yeah, I found this.
That had to have been
staged.
That had to have been California.
I'm not sure.
Where they don't really understand animals at all.
There's a lot of people that don't understand animals. There's a lot of people that'll like fucking buy rabbits and just fucking they're not a pet you have to maintain and take care of. It's just a fucking ornament.
Dude, what's that?
And then they'll fucking like release it. Oh, it can go wild. It's not a domestic rabbit. It can adjust. You're feeding the red-tailed hawk that's coming by. But okay.
It's like brilliantly white. It can't hide at all.
Yeah, it's fucked. Your mini lop is not going to do well in your suburban area when the possum decides to fuck around and find out. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if they're carnivores. Yeah, no, they eat meat.
Possums are super carnivores, man. They're freaking biting shit.
I learned all kinds of things, man. They'll eat just about anything. We've had two for pets. Me and Suji. Yeah.
Mommy's busy.
They make good pets.
They make excellent pets, man.
Huh? So, like, how far can you train them? Like, is there?
I imagine
you body train them.
They're really good at playing dead.
No shit.
Yeah, you can potty train them.
Like litter box.
Yeah.
Litter box, outside, however you want to train them. They're pretty smart, and they're really clean too, dude. They groom themselves a lot.
That makes sense. I always think it was fascinating how their babies always like hang on. I love those pictures, and there's like fucking 10 of them just hanging on to the mom.
They're pretty neat.
Yeah, we've had some weird pets. We've had possums and and not groundhogs, hedgehogs, and we had a sugar glider, and we've had all kinds of weird shit, man.
Those sugar gliders are nuts.
Ours was an asshole, to me at least. She loved Sweet Pea, but she fucking hated me, and I was the one that fed her. Go figure. I'm the one that picked her out. I'm the one that fed her, all that shit, and she fucking hated me.
Prior to getting married, I had a lot of weird animals, like a lot of weird animals. Like I'd go to these exotic animal auctions down in Houston, and like Susie's Exotic Pets down there, shout out in Houston, and they would just sell you fucking anything, like absolutely anything. If you had the cash, you could buy it. Jaguar, fuck yeah, like it doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
my Uncle Steve had a fucking Black Panther.
Yeah,
he had it for like 6 years until the neighbors turned him in, and and animal control came and took it away from him. He had that thing for 6 years, man.
I had a wallaby, and it was amazing, like a little bottle-fed wallaby. It was a great pet.
I would have shark with a laser beam on his head.
Well, they're like small kangaroos. Wallabies are like, you don't want to get a full-size kangaroo that can look you in the eye and then punch you straight in the fucking mouth.
Dude, right? I've seen those ones that look all roided out and shit.
Yeah, that's just what the males look like during breeding season. They just look roided the fucked out. Yeah, they look like baby fucking who's Arnold Schwarzenegger's kid? Like all the fucking time.
Looked like his name was Kyle, and he drank Monster and punched his walls, man.
Fucking beating his girlfriend.
But no, I bought a wallaby. It was like they're like mini kangaroos. They only get like 3 foot tall or so. They look just like kangaroos, but they're small, like small. So when it was bottle fed, because you want to get them when they're little babies, and it just ate a little 4-ounce bottles of milk 3 or 4 times a day, and you just carried it around in your hoodie, like you just wear a hoodie everywhere, and its little feet where the tail would stick out one way, and its weird little armadillo looking head would stick out the other side, and it was great, man. And I loved that damn thing for like the 2 weeks I owned it. It was a great pet. And then I was in line at H-E-B, and a lady next to me was like, "What is that? Is that a kangaroo?" And I was like, "No, it's a wallaby." And she was like, "I need to have it." I was like, "You can't have it. If you touch me, I'll punch you in the face." And
for you non-Texans out there, H-E-B is a grocery store.
Yeah,
I was going to say we don't have that shit up here.
H-E-B is like the grocery store.
It is the grocery store. You say you don't have that shit there, you're just not blessed. That's what it is.
Yeah. They have like bakeries and sushi shops and flower shops.
So it's like a Wegmans.
Oh, that's one of them stores where the rich folk shop.
Yeah. No, that would be Central Market.
that would be H-E-B, but H-E-B Central Market.
Yeah.
He's definitely right.
So, but anyway, so I'm just there at H-E-B, and this lady behind me was like, "I have to have it," and I was like, "No," and then she was like, "How much you want for it?" And I was just like, I bought the stupid wallaby for like $600, and I was like $5,000, and she pulled out a wad of cash, and I took my fucking hoodie off right there. Here, fucking wallaby hoodie, everything, you can have it. I'll walk out of here without a shirt on. I don't care.
I want one of those pangolins.
Oh,
hey, that's how COVID 2.0 gets started here.
No, he's not going to screw.
I'm not going to fuck it. Well, yeah. Well, that depends on how much I drink,
Yeah. Sometimes those guys that might be looking at you, winking at you with them big old doe eyes.
Come here, buddy.
I want a nutrient.
Why does the pangolin have such a deep voice?
He's like, "Hey, stepdad."
I'm stuck in my ball.
A little closer.
I'm stuck in my ball.
Don't worry, you don't need lube. There's a lot of fish oil.
What do pangolins eat? Are they like? I think they're like.
I don't even know what the hell a pangolin looks like. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no fucking clue.
Like they're.
Is it a lizard?
No.
They look like a mix between an armadillo and a fucking
anteater.
Yeah, like an anteater and an armadillo had a baby
with cool plates.
Plate armor. He's medieval.
Do do you guys know what like an ankylosaurus is? Like the old, like the dinosaur with the plates across the top of its back of club tail? It kind of looks like one of those.
Sure. Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Anyway, what do they fucking eat? What do pangolins eat? We gotta look this up.
Pangolin. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you said
at least
fucking penguin.
No, pangolin. No,
yeah, they're my mini tuxedos. I'm fucking dude. That's why I said fish oil. Got me all fucked up.
Interesting fact about pangolins is that during sex, the male dies.
Wait, what? A pangolin or a pangolin?
At least the one I had sex with died. So.
And then he got a cold shortly thereafter.
Then I didn't feel so good for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but that's okay. You had the mild version. The Pet was never the same.
I'm a lifetime ban for PetSmart.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I long fucking time ago, I used to work at a PetSmart, right? We're talking many, many moons ago when I was but a wee young child. And I was in charge. I worked my way up to being in charge of like the whole animal department, like live animals. And which was great because I love the shit out of animals. Well, it's probably one of the only. It's probably one of the only 3 jobs I've ever been fired for in my entire life. So this lady, you know how you have they have this. I don't know if they still do it or not, but they used to have this like 2-week policy that like no matter what happens to the animal, you could fucking bring it back in 2 weeks and they give you another one, right?
It died naturally. Why is it missing its head?
Yeah. So like seriously, as long as you brought the fucking body back. If it was like, it doesn't matter if it was a goddamn guppy or a fucking parrot. They'd give you another one within 2 weeks, right?
How many times would they do that? Is there a limit?
Infinitum. Like, I don't know if there was a.
They eat insects, by the way. If you're wondering.
Yeah, pangolins. Yeah. So, so this lady goes and she buys a fucking hamster, right? Then like 2 days later, decides that her and her family are going to go on this like long 2-week cruise somewhere. And so she had read somewhere that animals will hibernate in the winter. So she clears out the chest freezer, takes the whole goddamn Habitrail, puts it into the chest freezer, and then everybody says goodbye to the hamster, and then they close the fucking lid, right? And so now these kids are like, 6 and 7 years old. And so mommy brings back the hamster with the 2 kids in a brown paper bag, right? And so I'm like, so what do we got here? And I shake the bag and it sounds like a rocks in there, right? And which isn't too uncommon because people would freeze their dead animal. And she's like, well, we tried to hibernate it and it just didn't make it. And I was like, what do you mean? And so she kind of gives me like an overview real quick, right? What happened? And so that this is how I got fired. Okay. So I get down on the kid's fucking level, right? And I'm holding the goddamn hamster there, like holding it up in like one hand. And I'm sitting there and I'm describing how much the hamster, Fluffy or Jerry or whatever the fucking hamster's name was, how it was so excited to get adopted and how much it loved its new family. And it was excited to start this journey in life with them. And I'm making eye contact with the kids and the mom's getting more and more nervous where this is going. And then I just described and then the family was going somewhere and little Jay was so excited to go with them. But then he had to stay behind because it was much more important to mommy that she gets to go on vacation without the hamster.
Evil bitch.
And so, yeah, this pain in the mom is fucking evil as shit. And then I described in great fucking detail, like the hamster being lowered into the freezer. And then the last thing the hamster ever saw was, before just total darkness, was the family waving goodbye as he started shivering. And then just, and in pure darkness, he curled up in a ball, and he thought of happy thoughts to stay warm. But even his water froze, and then slowly he went to sleep, but it burned really bad. His nose got cold and almost fell off, and his little feetsies burned like fire. And then he died. And anyway, I made it super traumatic. And the entire time, I'm like shaking the bag. Like every time the kids look like they're not paying attention, just like thump, 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 in the fucking bag. You know, and the lady complained. And I got fired.
No.
The return policy procedure didn't include that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was kind of it was a dick move on my part. But, I mean, I'm traumatized as kids. But,
hey,
no, man,
you gotta learn.
Stupid shit. People would do stupid shit like that, man. Like, oh, God, stupid shit. People should not have pets. Just like there should be an IQ test to have children, there should be an IQ test to have a fucking parakeet.
I can't say anything. I cooked the brain of a guinea pig.
Wait, how?
Like, was it removed from the guinea pig first?
No. We had. I love my pets, all my pets, man. I adore them, and
just loved it a little too much.
Well, the problem was that I had a moment of retardation, and I wasn't thinking. And the girl I was dating at the time was like, "We should totally get this guinea pig." Her name was Hershey, by the way, and she was beautiful, chocolate brown, and we loved her.
The girlfriend or the guinea pig?
Yes. Yes. But I was speaking about Hershey, the guinea pig. And we got her one of those little gerbil balls so she could run around the apartment.
Yeah.
And she loved it. And then one day we decided to take her to the park with us. No.
It cooked in there.
Those things are like magnifying glasses.
Yeah. And we didn't figure it out until she started acting all weird and shit. And we tried everything we could to save her, but she was like stroked out and fucking wigging out.
I'm sorry.
And then she just ended up dying.
I can just see the cartoon guinea pig in my head. It's like he's all yeah, all stroked out.
That was pretty much what it was, man.
Fucking wide-eyed.
Yeah, one eye's all squinty, one eye's all bugged down.
I mean, we tried cooling her down by putting her on we had like an ice pack that wrapped in a towel, and then had her laying on it up against it. We did what we could, hoping that maybe we could save her somehow. She might have been a little more retarded than normal, but she'd still be alive. But it didn't happen.
She'll be retarded.
Yes.
Our kind of special.
Yeah. I had a not quite exactly that similar story, but I had a hamster when I was a kid, and I wasn't much older than my daughter. I was maybe 5 or 6, so maybe like a year or two older than her. And a big old fuzzy, long-haired yellow hamster. And we ran out of hamster food. So I figured, fuck it, they'll eat anything, right? So I gave him like a big handful of like cheap fucking dog food, right? And he ate the shit out of it. Like he goes going like just like, hell yeah, I would eat the hell out of this. And evidently it made him super, super thirsty. He drank his entire bottle of water. And he fucking expanded. And he looked like a sock that was just like stuffed. Like if you took a hamster, like a hamster fur sock and just stuffed it full of sand. He was cylindrical.
I feel like I could tell you about a dark time in my life, though.
I was so disturbed. I was like, oh no. And then I pick up the cage. He just rolls across the cage and thumps against the other side. He's a fucking hamster sausage. I freaked the fuck out. I lost my shit for like 4 hours.
Right? I was about 4 or 5. And I decided, well, my brother had a pet chicken named Dr. Pepper. And I took it upon myself one day. Yeah. I took it upon myself to teach this chicken how to swim. And, we had like a little trough of water in the backyard. He did great on top of the water, but you know what? I wanted to teach him how to swim under the water.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I held them down, and helped them swim, and pretty soon he wasn't moving around too much anymore. That was very traumatic when I found out that I murdered a chicken.
That wasn't really a story where I thought at any point in time were you having fun with an animal. That sounded like you murdered.
It sounds like an origin story.
It's like, and then I put it in the microwave to try to resuscitate it.
Right. I truly did not want this chicken to die. I was a little kid.
I stabbed some forks in it first to try to get electrical current.
At no point in time did I ever think that you tried to save that chicken, and I am now worse of a person for having heard that story.
I was 4. Come on.
Everybody
else can kill an animal. It's perfectly fine. I do it, and I'm an evil. I see how it is.
Well, it's because you're dad. You're supposed to be the normal one.
Those were all mistakes. You basically the chicken was drowning, and you pulled the motherfucker under. You're like, no, no air for you, bitch. No air for you.
You're now aquatic. Yeah.
You're like, swim, penguin, swim.
Oh, penguins are such nasty animals. I used to think they were majestic until I actually saw them in a zoo a long time ago.
They're very stinky.
Like when I was a kid, and I was like, "What is that smell?" And they're just like the entire penguin enclosure was just covered in white shit. It smelled like rotten tuna, and I was like, "Fuck these stupid things." Yeah.
I would like to have an army of them though, because they do make that noise, and it's just like it's a nice
it's a scary noise. Yeah.
And also having like a little army of tuxedos marching. Actually, no. If I was going to have any bird for an army, I think ravens would be a good one because they fucking like to target eyeballs. And I think if I had 30 fucking ravens just at my call, I can just have them go after eyeballs.
Fine.
And
you can have your stupid ravens. I want my Rheas. Or like, what's that? Cassowaries. I want to have freaking an army of cassowaries.
A cassowary?
With a big ass.
What the fuck is that?
The cassowaries, they like jungle ostrich with the big the bone crest on their head.
You said that like we should know what that is. You're like, the cassowary. Everybody knows what the cassowaries are.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of that.
Cassowary, whitelist bird. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, they have a big fucking...
Yeah, they have thunder fucking chicken. Yeah, the coolest shit.
It's like if you were to breed an ostrich with an emu and then shrink it down half the size and take its feathers
and then put a big bone crest on its head and a huge and like the kick to disembowel natives. Yeah,
oh my God. They look like they should just fucking headbutt people to fucking kill them. But they also
they're angry. Yeah, they use that bone crest to like part the plants when they run through them because they run through the jungle at like 40 miles an hour. They just part the jungle vines and everything with that freaking crest. They just like plow through shit.
Can you imagine if we still had fucking birds as predators? Like if birds still hunted humans, I can imagine that being a possibility like 1,000 years ago or maybe longer. But
have you met Trim's parrots? They're always chewing on him.
They're slowly devouring Trim. He's lost a leg at this point.
They're just tenderizing him.
Did I hear my name? What?
We're talking about when if birds still hunted humans.
What does it have to do with me though?
You have birds. You got the little
parrots. Your parrots are like gonna eat you. They're just.
So you obviously got a red finger when it comes to animals.
You ever think they have that like fucking ancestral fucking like thought, and they're like, you know what? We used to hunt these bitches. And now
if you're still looking up shit, look up the elephant bird or the giant moa.
A lot of you guys don't know this, but I have a pet bird or two.
Yeah, right. Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, Mr. I have a red finger. One of my birds is over 30 years old. I just want to let you know that.
Native to the island of Madagascar, they are thought to have been extinct by around 1260 CE. Elephant birds.
Literally have birds older than my girlfriend.
Huge, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
And not one of my pet birds have I gone out to the pet store and say, "Ooh, I'd like to buy a bird." No, the fuckers always find me. I don't know why. It's weird.
They look
I want an Avery, like a big flight Avery. But
that'd be nice. I'd like to have one attached to the wall and like take the window out so they can go in and out. That'd be cool.
I'm not that dedicated. I just want one outside. I just want to go out there and occasionally have like coffee in the morning.
Yeah, well, for 4 months out of the year, that worked great for me.
Well, that's because you're in Canada. But like out here, it would work here, like, you know, freaking 11 months out of the year. So it worked great. Just go have coffee and watch a little like cool ass birds, like what are those? The parrot finches. I'd get some of those because of those red little, the green finches with the little red-headed guys. I'd get some Gould's finches. And there's all sorts of cool shit, and then just random shit I find on Craigslist and throw it in there. And if I didn't like it after a while, I'd just take it out. But just go in there and just have them just like do the bird thing.
That reminds me of a few years back. I was out roaming through the woods in the middle of the winter, and I seen this partridge sitting in the snow. You know, the partridge is a pretty decent sized bird.
Pear tree. Yep.
Yes, the one like in the. So you know, I take my little 22 out and bang, and the freaking partridge doesn't even flinch. And I'm thinking, I never miss. What's up with this? So I sneak a little closer and shoot again. Bang! Doesn't even flinch. I do this like 4 times, and finally I'm like 5 feet away from it. And I realized this partridge had crawled underneath the snow during a snowstorm and froze to death. And then the snow had blown away from him. He's just sitting upright right there like a live partridge. He had a bunch of holes in him, though.
Now, not only do you murder animals, now you just maim them and they're already dead.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
That's creating bodies.
I was starting to, you know, like,
we're
think
saying
something's
tomato.
wrong with
You're
my
saying
gun.
tomato
What the hell? Is my barrel bent? What? I was thinking, holy crap.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm not talking about your cousin partridge.
We used to have these. I don't remember what kind of partridge they were, but they were in the mountains of Idaho. Or they used to call them something chickens.
Prairie chickens?
Prairie chickens, yeah. They were really fucking stupid. Yeah. They were really stupid.
Yeah, we have the most stupid one is a ringneck pheasant.
Those guys, maybe where you're at, but ours, they would hunker down. You could walk right past them. If you didn't have a dog, you weren't flushing the bastards. Like
up here, they see cars and they're like, ooh, and they're just drawn to it like a moth.
Oh yeah, no, they love getting ran over and breaking your freaking windshield. But but as far as like hunting them, if you don't have a dog with you, you're not going to flush them. They'll get hiding like 4 blades of grass twisted together. You know, you're not going to flush them.
Yeah, they're not native to North America. They're released from a lot of groups up here. They're originally Chinese.
Yeah, they're from China.
Huh. Well, it's like all the horses in America came from Spain or fucking Europe. I always thought that was nuts. I didn't think that
I have no idea.
Have horses until the Spanish.
I mean, there was the.
I don't know. That wouldn't quote me.
No. Well, I mean, because there was the Hagerman horse, which was a horse a long, long time ago. It was found in Hagerman, Idaho. As far as a skeleton, you know, like a fossil. And fossils, they like horses
that looks like a fucking
independently.
Zebra. Yeah, the American zebra. Nope.
How come I have like the whole fucking internet in my head?
Or how about our antelope that has no natural predator?
Well, there used to be American cheetahs, but they died off, and they think it was because of like the cave bears and the cave lions. And stuff.
I mean, I think the theory is because Trim wanted to have one as a pet.
They're too quick. I've tried. Man, they're quick.
Oh, dude, I got a funny
speed goats
story.
Up here.
Yeah, we call them turbo goats. But so on a turbo goat story. All right, so this is a long time ago, long time ago in the fucking military. And we were out at a military training area that's relatively famous. And I don't really want to give too much away. And so we were doing this cross-training with a bunch of the tanker guys, right? None of us have been around tanks and stuff like that. So we're really fascinated by the fact that, like, the turret doesn't fucking move, right? You can go across the roughest fucking terrain, and that turret has an internal gyroscope and, you know, stuff, and it stays perfectly fucking level to keep that gun level. So it's really cool to sit on top of the turret while they're going down like just crazy roads and over all sorts of crazy bumps and through ditches and shit. And it's just like, you're going up and down. It just feels like you're like sitting in a desk or a chair somewhere, right? It's freaking cool shit. Well, I was like, we got a little drunk, and so we were playing like turret rodeo, where they try to throw you off the fucking turret by like spinning it and driving, and I mean, it's like some of you may die, but that's a risk
I'm willing to take. Yeah,
yeah, because nobody's gonna stop the fucking Abrams from running you over if it's in the middle of a spin.
Stop.
It's spinning one way, the turret's spinning the other to try to throw your ass off there. And the only safety gear you were allowed to wear was your LBV, your load-bearing vest, your underwear, your socks, your combat boots, and your helmet. You didn't wear any other clothes. No pants, no fucking shirt. And, so we're playing rodeo on this son of a bitch. And none of us have been around tanks. So we're like, this is fucking sweet. Well, they decided to go and hey, look over there. There was a bunch of the turbo goats, and they came onto the gunnery field. And they're like, hey, you want to go up? You want to go, let's go chase the goats. And I'm like, okay. So you couldn't tell perspective-wise how fast you're going on the fucking tank because it's floating, right? It's like floating through the fucking ground. And you're just like, hey, maybe this goat's just jogging along, right? So my drunk ass, I decided I'm going to jump off the side of this fucking tank and bulldog this fucking this pronghorn antelope. Right? I'm just going to wrestle it to the ground like you would like a cow. Like just going to grab it by the fucking horn.
Did you ask for consent though?
No. So
you got to ask the horse.
You got to ask the horse.
That's perfectly fine. But you drown one fucking chicken.
Right?
So I'm sitting here, I'm crouched down on the side of the fucking tank. I'm like 8.5 fucking feet in the goddamn air off the side of the freaking the turret. And we're running along the side of this pronghorn antelopes. And I didn't know we were doing like 45 fucking miles an hour. I thought we were doing like maybe 15. These guys are just trotting along. Because not only am I shit-faced fucking drunk, 18 fucking years old, think I'm fucking invincible, didn't really understand how fast we were going. And I jumped. And as soon as I fucking jump off of there like goddamn Superman to try to tackle a stupid-ass goat, the thing just puts all 4 feet forward. And I fly right the fuck over it. Just boom, 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 through some fucking cactus, through a fucking sagebrush, broke my fucking thumb. My thumb was literally laying straight against my freaking hand. Like, jacked myself up real good. Needed a whole bunch of stitches and shit. Got a lot of trouble. But I stand up, and the turbo goat's just sitting there looking at me from like 20 yards away after my tumble. And I throw my fucking helmet at him and then realize that I just kind of pass out. But yeah, they ended up having to fly me out of there on the fucking Blackhawk. But it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. Yeah. Don't be mean. I'm surprised I survived. Yeah.
I got fucked up pretty bad by a deer one time.
Did you cover yourself with deer smell?
No, I didn't.
Were you
do
mounting the deer?
Yeah.
Was the deer mounting you?
No, it was during rut, and I was 16, I think, maybe 17, and it was the first time that I was out rattling by myself.
Nice.
And I was behind this big like a shrub. I don't know
a
if it's shrubbery. The
shrubbery.
The knights would say me.
And I was crouched down behind it, and I had a set of horns, and I was rattling, and I pop my head up over the top and look, and go back down and hide and rattle some more. I did that for probably about 30 minutes or so, and the very last time I stuck my head up over the shrub, and I was literally face to face with this big ass buck. I mean, like his snout had to be 6 inches from my face.
Oh shit!
And
he's like, "What's over there?"
It was so close that when he did his little, like his little blowout from his nostrils, I felt it on my face, and I was like frozen in fear because I'd never been. I'd seen them fight each other
before.
I'd seen them fight each other and gore each other with those horns. So
they got a bunch of fucking spears on their head. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, so I'm standing there terrified, like, is this dude gonna take out one of my eyes or, something like that? And no, he didn't even shake his head at me to try to get me with his tines. What he did do was he reared up right there and boxed me with his hooves.
Wow. They got sharp ass hooves. Yeah.
And he popped me, I'd have to say, at least a good 8-10 times in the face, because it was just so fast. It was like a fucking speed boxer working a speed bag. It just, in my face, and it knocked me back, and I was like crawling, like, when you're on your ass and you're pushing yourself back as fast as you can, trying to get away. And I was terrified he was gonna, charge me and gore me while I was on the ground, and he didn't. But he kind of like drug his hoof in the dirt like he was gonna charge me, and I was fucking terrified, dude. And all I remember was that one of my it was my right eye, it swole shut instantly, like in that moment. It wasn't like it took a few minutes. It was like instantaneous mouse.
That's how you know
eye closed.
Broke a blood vessel.
Yeah, and I had a purple eye for like 3 weeks, dude. It went from purple to black, and and when I say black, I mean like fucking black. And then it just kind of faded into like a bluish tint as it went away over the couple 2-3 weeks I had it. But he broke my orbital, like the lower part of my eye socket where my cheekbone and all that is. He fucked me up, dude, pretty bad.
Yeah. You got lucky.
I did. You might have lost your eye if he was fucking.
Oh, easily, yeah. Easily, yeah. You get an orbital entrapment like that, and it swells up, and your eyeball fucking pops. Not cool.
I didn't realize how fucking like gelatinish. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a few gore videos. The fucking the eye with how it seems very. What would you say? Squishable?
Just take a skinned grape.
It's a fucking grape.
Skinned seedless grape. Yeah.
It's fucking grape.
Seedless grape.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's just like take for granted how easily your vision can just go by like a little.
Now popping an eyeball, like actually popping it, a long time ago, like, okay, let's say 25, 30 years ago, if you lost your aqueous humorous, that was fucking it. Your eyeball collapsed, and they just sucked out whatever was left, went in there, cleaned it out, cut the optic nerve, put your glass eye in, that was it. Nowadays, they can refill the aqueous humorous. So, like, if you pop your eyeball, like you get a fish hook in it or something like that, you start losing that real thick KY jelly shit. Yeah, the aqueous humorous. They can refill it. They got a synthetic shit they can just pop in there. Laser over the hole, and you're good to go. Yeah. So they could refill a popped eye nowadays. They can't. Back in the day, they wouldn't. And I didn't know the process of it until this stupid fucking girl. How do I not dox this? Okay, stupid fucking girl, stupid fucking friend, playing at a Chinese fucking restaurant with chopsticks, and they were like they'd taken and rolled up like the menu and put the chopstick in it and blowing it at each other, right? And she fucking her friend nailed her in the goddamn eye. And like chopstick into the fucking eye. We get freaking called. We show up over there, and the first thing that girl did as soon as the chopstick went, it was pull it out. And so now she has gloop running down the side of her face. Her eyeball looks all fucking wrinkly, which, by the way, is extremely disturbing. It's like you're not used to seeing like a wrinkly eye. You know, like it's really weird. And they're like, when the eyelid closes, it kind of sucks in. It's really weird looking. It's like hollow. It's bad. It's gloopy and stuff.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's gross. Really, 0 out of 10. Very gross. It makes me gag thinking about it. But I don't know why. It's like I mean, I'll go in there and I'll deal with like guts hanging out. It's cool, but give me a gloopy eye, and I'm like, ugh.
I just imagine her boyfriend being like, "It's cool, babe. We'll just get it removed, and I'll have another hole."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put one of those Tiga eggs. We'll put one of those little Tiga eggs in there. It'll be fine. Yeah, we'll get a good skull fucking going. Anyway, so
do you imagine him just fucking doing a lick and stick googly eye over it? Can you imagine trying to fucking keep eye contact with her during a conversation? That little googly eye just fucking.
So so we took her there. We took her to the local hospital that has optometry 24/7, trauma hospital. And it was really cool. They took her right back, and we were like, "Hey, can we kind of see what you guys do to start with?" And they cleaned it up, and then like within like 20 minutes, they'd cleaned it up. They'd rinsed off everything, rinsed out the eye, looked at it through the magnifying stuff to make sure there's no splinters or anything else in there, and then literally knocked her ass out, intubated her so she couldn't do anything, paralyzed her so she couldn't do rapid eye movement or movements to her eyes at all. And then they refilled it, moved the lens back to where it was supposed to be, and then lasered that shit closed. And the whole fucking operation, start to finish, like 40 minutes. It was fucking sweet.
Was that in Idaho or was there an SA at University Hospital?
That's a university, yeah.
Yeah, that's an excellent hospital, man. When I had my motorcycle accident in the hill country, that's where they took me to because they had such an amazing trauma unit, and they did an awesome job on me, man.
Yeah,
shout out to University Hospital in SA. You guys are fucking top notch for trauma.
I'm there, probably 24 or 30 times a week. Yeah, I'm there often. That and SAMC or BAMC or whatever they're calling it these days. It changes. Sometimes it's SAMC, sometimes it's BAMC, the military hospital, the major trauma hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's a great fucking hospital. I've done one of the coolest things I ever saw was what they call a traumatic resuscitation in there. And that was, there was a patient that was found somewhere back east. The patient had been hit by a fucking train, and then they just decided they couldn't find the patient that night. They didn't find him till the night, like 2 days fucking later in the rain. It was a crack head or something. Anyway, dude had like just been hit by the train, jacked up, and then just crawled into some bushes, smoked the rest of the fucking meth, and passed out for 2 days in the rain. And came to just covered in fucking gangrene and shit. So they did a traumatic resuscitation. It was really neat. We went back east and picked up this patient because they were too fragile to fly. And we had 22 IV pumps fucking going on this dude. Right? And we ended up bringing them back to SAMC and then taking them downstairs to the traumatic resuscitation, which was really cool. So they have like this, it's like one of those, it looks like a gas chamber, honestly. It looks like a gas chamber. There's a drain in the freaking floor, big metal table, and just a whole bunch of surgeons. And all they do is cut dead shit off you and just drop it on the fucking floor. Just cut, shit hitting the fucking floor. People are picking it back up, putting it in bags. Though it's really, really, really fast. It's like old school battlefield medicine. They ended up like taking both the freaking legs, one freaking arm, half a buttocks, like 4 pounds of flesh off the freaking side, like a rib out.
Damn.
Like
was there anything left?
But the dude lived. But like the whole traumatic resuscitation part was like, it was like 4 minutes, if that. Like it was just like saw, stab, grab, chop. You know, like it was like Jesus. It's like, but it was really, 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 really cool watching it happen. Like the whole team was like so good at like stopping bleeding, checking for like Doppler. We have no blood flow to this leg. This leg gangrene is all the way through. Everybody agree? Yep. Boom to God. And that was the entire decision-making process. It was super fast. It was just literally to save this person's freaking life. And it was great. Like, it was so cool to see, watch it happen. Because they have, like, there's windows up around. So we dropped the patient off, moved him over on a thing, walked out of the surgical unit, went upstairs and watched straight down on top of from the top down. So it was cool as hell. You could listen to them talking back and forth. It was really, really cool. That was one of the coolest traumatic resuscitations I've ever seen. The guy lived. Like, it was pretty cool.
I've never seen anything like that before.
It was neat, man. It's the same place at the lake. You know, like.
Was that there at university or was that at?
That was at SAMC. SAMC, whatever.
Yeah.
University does that same thing too, but they're not as insane about it as SAMC is, because SAMC's used to having people flown in from the battlefield that are like barely the fuck alive, and then just chopping parts off of them and, you know, saving enough to put prosthetics on. Basically, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat, man. It's pretty freaking cool.
It's incredible.
Medicine is. You really have to try to die. If your EMS guys, like if us, like who do I specialize in critical care. If I get to you and I can get you to either like university or SAMC here in town, the chances of you fucking dying are so slim. It doesn't matter what it is. We had a guy who got in a fucking fight and got literally stabbed with a fucking machete, like a $3 piece of shit machete that you could get at like the flea market, you know? Stabbed all the way through, like literally up underneath his fucking rib cage, top of the machete coming off, underneath his left fucking clavicle, bisecting like the bottom part of his fucking heart, all the way up through both freaking lungs, and cutting part of his windpipe. We picked his ass up, dropped a freaking, did a emergency tracheostomy in him, and then we're running ECMO and everything, and got him to freaking SAMC, and the dude fucking walked out like 2 weeks later. So it's like, if we could get to you within 5 to 6, 7 minutes after almost anything, you're gonna live. Like,
and to think 300 years ago or 400 years ago, they'd have birds peck out your scab. That was the fucking.
It was like,
or maggots eat the dead flesh off you.
Well, they do maggot therapy now in the burn units, and it works really, really well.
No shit.
They do. Yeah, they use medical maggots. They use them a lot, especially for diabetic patients.
Yeah, they got their little PhDs. They had to go to school for 4 days because their lifespan's so small.
That's still like percentage of their life. No,
that's Dr. Maggot. Thank you.
No, they breed the maggots. They're green bottlefly maggots, but they breed them in a sterile environment. They're completely sterile. They're irradiated sterile. So they're completely sterile. And they take the maggots and then they wash them in sterile fluid, and then they apply them sterilely to bandage to a part. The cool thing about maggots is that they will only eat dead flesh. That means it has no blood supply to it, no immune response to it at all. Actually dead.
It's rotting.
Rotting flesh.
Necrotic.
They won't eat any live flesh, and they're super good at it with their mouths. They can even scrape down to individual cell layers of dead stuff. So they put them on there, and they check them about every 6 or 7 hours. And once everything's nice and pretty and pink, they rinse them all out of there and bandage you up and treat it like a big-ass open wound. And it is so much better it heals faster. It heals better than a surgical debridement. It works really well. They've also gone back to using medical leeches.
Well, it's not just that they eat the dead flesh. They have a secretion that promotes growth.
Yeah.
Cellular growth.
So the things that they used to do still hold on today. It makes me wonder, like,
amazing shit out there.
Well,
I mean, still use like natural medicine more.
When I have migraines, I still do cocaine about it. I mean,
it works. It works. I seen it.
Our Lord and Heavenly Savior. Cocaine.
A little bit of laudanum and a little bump here, you know.
Why can't we have a cocaine?
Why don't you do some yay, man?
I want to do some though. Yeah, we were singing that earlier, and while we were playing video games,
That's just a wholesome Christmas
had
carol.
to be there.
But it's pretty cool, man. Like a lot of the stuff that used to be considered like medieval medicine is like the using to remove blood clots, medical leeches to remove blood clots now. So it's pretty neat, man. It's pretty cool. Science is coming around.
Yeah, it's funny how history repeats itself. I wonder how old certain old stuff that we discover will still hold relevance to today. They still don't like truly know what the pyramids did, right? Isn't that still up in question? Like, didn't they think?
Well, if you ask,
lots of theories.
Well, I mean, the Protestants here
who's...
still bloodlet to let the demons out, So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to let we have there's this group of people who are just live their entire lives like hypertensive as fuck. We're talking like 220 systolic, and no matter what drugs you give them, labetalol, nothing like that doesn't touch them. They're just still like, labetalol might drop them down to like 175, 180 systolic. I've always been advocating that they have too much blood in their circulatory system. That they can't have that high of blood pressure if they don't have that much blood, right?
That's simple, man.
Simple. It's science. Like if they just donate blood like every 3 or 4 days, that it'll naturally keep their blood pressure down. But
I think that works for like up and coming diabetics too. Like if you donate just enough,
like or infect them with hemophilia. Clot.
No, you can't infect somebody with hemophilia.
I thought throwing ideas against the wall. Don't fucking kink shame me,
dude. Growing up, I have 2 hemophilia stories, but one of them is not relevant. The other one, I lived next door to this lady. I think I've talked about her on the show before. She was a survivor of Auschwitz. She had this is many, many fucking years ago when I was a paper boy. I was like freaking probably 12 or 13 years old. And she had her like numbers tattooed on her stuff, but she was a hemophiliac.
Wow.
And like she would get like the tiniest fucking scratch. And it was like a bloodbath. Like she'd get like a paper cut, like from opening a freaking mail and bleed for hours. But she'd sit down and talk to you, and she'd tell you stories of growing up, and she'd tell you stories about being in Auschwitz. And she was really, really, really sweet lady. Never got fucking married. She was just too traumatized by the whole thing. But really, really sweet lady. She always gave like the best freaking candies and sweets and shit. She was really nice. And I used to pick up her mail for her and like cut her lawn and stupid shit just to hear her stories. Because she had a really hypnotic voice. And, but yeah, it was not uncommon to see her with like pressure bandages wrapped up around her arms and stuff. Because she'd have like visiting nurses come and like check on her, and she'd have like a paper cut that was bleeding for 4 days. It was just crazy, man.
Did she ever write any like fan fiction novels?
No, I don't know.
No.
She
like
disappeared one day.
Erotica or something like that. Like Mengele's Mistress or...
No, she disappeared one day.
I'm getting canceled for that one.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
You bad.
That was pretty bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you are definitely that was at least 4 bricks on your yellow brick road to hell. That was at least 4 bricks.
It's a solid skip and a half.
Right? Yeah. No, she disappeared one day, and like looking back, my parents just never talked about it. But looking back, she probably fucking bled out. Like
she got scratched by her cat. That was it.
Yeah, who knows? Like it could have been a cat. It could have been a fucking splinter. She might have cut herself doing dishes. Who knows? But she just like went to the hospital one day and never came back. Pangolin could have been a pangolin. Those bastards with their sharp, beady claws and stuff. And they're like vicious, ginormous.
Yeah, their 28-inch long tongue.
Fucking
damn, Trim.
He told me to Google pangolins, okay?
Not pangolin porn.
They call that the deep tongue.
Yeah. Here.
Call it hitting bottom.
Wait,
bottom.
so what are they have like anteater porn? Is that a thing now?
It's
a step before tentacle porn. It's
Rule 34, dude. I guarantee it's a fucking thing.
It is now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow there'll be 400 search queries on Google for.
Give me that anthill.
Give me that anthill.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's a fucking thing. Oh my God! It's a fucking thing.
It is?
What?
Pangolin porn is a thing.
No
it's terrifying.
way.
Oh my Lord!
It is what nightmares are made of.
Oh, it
I have
is.
the strangest boner right now.
I don't know what to do. I was gonna say I don't know what to do with this little feeling I got on my pants.
It's really bad.
It's a little awkward. It's a little hard.
Why do I hear 5 keyboards clacking all of a sudden? What's going on here?
It's not my keyboard.
I'm not typing with my fingers.
Keyboard
it is definitely horror material. Don't do that. Don't look that up. It's bad.
So what does that classify? Like if you have an attraction to like some armored reptilian creature, what would that be? You know,
isn't that what girls want to fuck now for fucking?
I'm sure that there's a name for that.
That'd be a Romulan. It'd be a Romulan.
A Romulan?
It's like a mixture between a Vulcan. It's a mixture between a Vulcan and a penguin.
Not really a Klingon though.
No, Klingons are their own thing. I'm sure that there is a plethora of Klingon.
There's Klingon forehead porn. I know there is. There has to be.
Wait, you say that like you've seen it yourself.
I know. I just thought it in my head though, and if I could
that was
fast in my head,
pretty. He was pretty convinced. Like he was.
Listen,
it was snappy.
I've been to Comic-Con before, motherfucker.
I've never been to a Comic-Con.
Up is like Mao or.
I've been to like maybe local generic ones, but not like an official one.
Well, it might have been Comic-Con or a bar when I was really drunk. I'm not sure.
It's on the south side.
Just when they're all drunk in the bar going, gee, come on.
What did you just call me?
You heard it. You heard it, motherfucker.
Would you just call me, boy?
My mama. Call my mama.
Would you call my mama? Well, we didn't actually mention anything about mushrooms except that
we actually did. Yes, we did.
Oh, I got a message today that morels are out in my area, so
yeah,
I'm gonna be out hunting the next couple days.
Beautiful. Yeah. My wife is currently on albino yellow umbo.
I've heard of that.
They call that calico, right?
Where'd you get
Wait
that
a second. I'm completely confused. If it's albino, how is it yellow?
Dude, you know damn well somebody just found something stupid, got a fucking thing, and now it's a new strain, of course, because it was obviously stabilized this brand new strain of albino.
It was a chocolate from Ginevra, and she sent it, and I sent it with my wife to go to this concert so she could enjoy her weird.
Oh,
concert.
You gave her a chocolate bar from her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fucking twisted right now. They're twisted.
Yeah, no, my last message that I got from her was just the sparklies, and it was like sparkly mushroom, sparkly mushroom, smiley face, sparkly mushroom. And I'm not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure it means she's having a great time.
Yep.
But I just told her, I was like, don't get fucked up so much that you can't drive home because you're going to have to Uber. Because it's podcast night.
That shit takes like 8 hours. Yeah. You got to plan ahead for that stuff.
It's a long concert.
Yeah.
I don't expect her back until midnight-ish.
Maybe one or two.
That's fine. She's out with all of her friends. They're all just a bunch of like same age, married chicks.
If they had to.
Yeah. They're all the same age. They're all freaking married. They've all been friends forever. They're all fun. I enjoy hanging around with her friends. Her friends are pretty cool. Not as cool as my friends. Y'all are fucking a lot more fun. But because you have sense of humor, you don't get offended. I have to be careful what I say around them.
I'm so cool. They call me Cordero.
I have a friend.
You have lots of friends.
We're the wolf pack now.
That was a single wolf pack.
Wolford!
You know, I think they messed up calling it a murder of crows. It really should have been a murder of wolves. It just seems like that'd be more fitting. Instead of like a pack.
Or a bitening.
A bitening of wolves.
A bitening. Is that before or after the shitting?
They should call it like a mauling of chihuahuas.
So now is bukkake now called the whitening?
Ooh.
Oh, now you're gonna
or the browning.
The mighty.
Yeah.
You leave me out of this?
You're not allowed to say the W word, sir. We discussed this. I'm the racist one, remember? I'm supposed to be the racist.
They're all pussies. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Why was I even called? What even called me? Why did I get called racist again?
Dude,
I'm
who
not
the fuck
sure.
knows? It's the racists that call you racist to begin with, so don't even worry about it. Fuck them. They're fucking cunts.
I'm like, Jesus,
Anybody
I'm not
that
even
says
white.
We make fun of all
I don't
races equally. I don't know how anybody can accuse of being racist, but like one race, we make fun of everybody, even ourselves.
I hate everyone equally. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. Yep. All right, guys. These guys probably want to get back to playing their super racist shoot 'em up, kill 'em game.
Hey, man!
And then everybody
I resemble that remark.
This is
and then everybody in here is like
very
seriously foaming.
The game itself isn't racist. It's the way we play it. You know.
Yeah. they just really want to go. And,
they don't let me in the base because my character's a black man. I'm just gonna say that right now.
It's true. It's true.
That's not even lying.
But then again, Sweet Pea's also a black man.
His
So.
old lady's a black man. So we don't let her in either.
We have a
sleep
little
outside.
Yeah, we have a little horse stall. They feed us out of a horse trough. It's
black baby.
She did. Did you see that? I made her a bedroom and all that. She went to sleep at the fucking horse trough. What the fuck?
Is that right? You guys are all about to wake up full of horse shit. So you're welcome.
Again? I have to build a little room and hide myself so Deadpool can't put random shit on my body while I sleep.
No. You just see the
Don't
pictures.
lie. It's because he rapes you and you sleep. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or he has mace
story
accidents and I wake up dead.
Listen, I haven't accidentally killed
Same
you.
thing.
He's
a little necrophiliac. You know.
I haven't accidentally killed you in like days.
Yeah,
I don't know why
it's
you're
like,
mentioning that.
You got to kiss the trim. I say that while I'm teabagging him while he's sleeping.
Yep.
You know what I'm going to do after the podcast, you guys? I'm going to go out night hunting for mushrooms. Because I got one of them fancy-ass black lights. I've been dying to try it out.
Whoa. Why is it got to be a black light?
Why you got to be racist about
Why
it?
you got to be racist?
Yeah. It should be isn't it like more purplish?
Yeah, I know. Why can't it just be a UV light?
I could name the nanometers off or something, but I don't know what they are, to be honest with you.
Like 32.
It wouldn't matter anyways.
Oh, you get a black light, now you got to brag about how big it is? Jeez.
Yeah. It had a really cool name, like something about the big black blade or something. I don't remember.
Is that $500 light that I see now?
It's not 500, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not only no, but fuck no. Hey, one where it says, "Do you have a lightsaber as a flashlight?"
Yes.
It wasn't 500, but it was more than I would normally be happy spending. I'll put it that way.
It's not a lightsaber. Things I would do with it.
Let me see what's it
Construction
called.
would be really cool.
God, I haven't.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this absolute fucking cluster of a goddamn episode up.
No.
And we loved having WhiteBeard on. back on here for WhiteBeard's episode of Bullshit and Science.
Why does it gotta be my episode? I was a last minute addition. What are you talking about?
Listen, your old lady actually made you come.
What was it? A guest star?
He's like, it's too late. She's like, well, I'm doing it then. You're like, fine, I'm going.
Yeah.
You were a last minute guest star.
But you fucking took her spot.
Yeah.
All right. So usually at the end of all this, we usually go around and try to say something nice. We're going to start off with Deadpool, as usual.
Yeah, because I'm always full of niceness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, how about this? Let's see. I know. If you can't do, teach. But
hey,
don't. but keep trying hard, and don't worry about when you make your mistakes. We were all expecting it anyways.
Demotivation.
That's horrible.
That was directed specifically at Trim.
That hurt. How am I supposed to go with something nice when I have rage inside my mouth?
Michael Nutty, what do you got for us, buddy?
For positivity, I guess my word of things for tonight would be call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. You know, it's always good to do a buddy check.
You said this last time.
Did I say that last time? I didn't think I said that last time.
Exactly what you said last time.
Is it?
No, but say you didn't know either.
Just let it go. I've heard him fucking hit the goddamn freaking thing a couple of times this go.
Son of a bitch. Well, you know, just try and look on the bright side of things. Smell the roses. Things aren't as bad as they could be. You're not living in a cobalt mine. Just think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
At least you're not radioactive.
Exactly. You're not in the concentration camp run by the CCP.
Whoa,
be happy.
whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Hello.
Mangalay's mistress making a comeback.
Fuck.
I would like to thank Manscaped for donating to
Brought to you
Rage
by
Shadow
Rage
Legends. All right, WhiteBeard, what do you got for us, buddy? Since this is your episode.
It is not my episode. I would say keep your head up. Things can always be worse, and eventually they will be. So you'll be able to look back on these times that you think are horrible now and look fondly upon them.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, guys, it's all downhill from here.
The best thing in your life have probably happened already, so you're fucked.
Yeah,
you've already peaked.
You only die once. I mean,
right? Yeah. Well, unless Farrell comes and revives you, so you can do it again.
Yeah. You can die many times.
As long as you're not in the park in a big plastic ball, you'll be fine.
Right? Or a chicken being taught how to swim by a fucking psychopath.
Yep. Do not take swimming lessons from Trim.
True.
Right? Fuck, that's terrifying.
Before I give my
that's my piece of advice. That's my wisdom to the world. Do not take swimming classes from Trim.
Before I give my motivational thing today, I'm gonna let everybody know that I have some swimming classes coming up.
Enroll now.
Are they at the Y?
But on a positive note, I'm not sure if anybody needs to hear this, but some people need to just put their electronics down or just keep your phone and put the FAFO podcast on and go out into nature and take a walk. Look around. Get off your screens for a while. Might be surprised what you find.
So basically, you just copied every 4chan insult out there. Go touch grass.
What if the grass touches
you? Just have Chinese food and rate us your fortune cookie.
Your lucky numbers are 12.
You want to hear my fortune cookie for the day? That would be ancient Chinese proverbs say, "Man who's standing on toilet, high on pot."
Okay.
That was the dad joke of the day. There it was. I knew we were missing something. I forgot what it was.
All right, guys. So coming from me, it's gonna be. Oh Jesus! I don't know, man. You all stolen all the good ones. Something positive. Something positive.
Tell me something good.
Yeah, tell me something good.
I totally didn't steal that from a radio show.
Yeah.
Mortgage rates are starting to go down. Let's see.
You got to kiss the girl.
If you guys ever get a chance to sit down and talk to somebody and have them tell you their story of their life, it's sometimes very, very interesting. And if you get a chance and you're got some free time, visit a nursing home and sit down and talk with some of those old people, man. Most of them, they're really lonely. And they're not going to be the crazy kind or anything like that. They just want somebody to talk to. There's a lot to learn from them as well. All the stuff that we've done in our life and the stupid, crazy shit that we've done, they fucking done that shit. They pioneered being insane. All right? Like, it's kind of hilarious that listen to a 90-year-old lady talk about, like, her base jumping freaking tight days.
Yeah. And jobs behind the supermarket. Yep.
Just
the best part. The best part
some of those
is you can come back tomorrow and they'll tell you a completely different life story.
No, most of them, I'd say 99% of them are completely with it because they're not in the Alzheimer's unit. They're all going to be perfectly fine. They'll just enjoy talking to you. You never know. You might learn something. Take a notebook with you and copy down some recipes. You might be able to put a cookbook together for your family.
Who knows?
You might make a new friend. Yeah, there's a lot.
Get a Hummer.
That happens.
A Gummer.
Might get a Hummer from the grandmother.
Yeah.
It happens. Those are going to be assisted living facilities. If you want to go get a Gummer, those are going to be assisted living facilities. Yeah.
Nice.
God damn it, you bunch of dirty bastards. Anyway, with that, thank you for listening to the Fucker to Find Out podcast. We have fucked around an extraordinary amount this time. And what did we find out? Pangolins have a 28-inch tongue.
Yeah.
You know?
That is actually 2 Ron Jeremy units.
Over 2 feet.
That's 2.8 Ron Jeremy units.
I mean, Americans will use anything but the metric system, I swear.
Why don't we use the metric system? Because America, that's why.
Fuck America.
Eagles screaming in the background.
So if you want to send us any sort of email, hate mail, love mail, questions, comments, concerns, if you want to be on the show, just like WhiteBeard have his own dedicated show, just like this one, 100% his fault. You can go ahead.
He refused to come on any other time. He's like, I want my own show.
Yeah.
I need a fluffer.
Guaranteed.
I mean, he had me everything.
You have no idea how that was for
we got him a pangolin.
Turn to fluff him.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and reach us. It's going to be FAFOCult@gmail.com. If you'd like to send us any sort of monetary donations, we promise to use it for nothing but debauchery. You can go ahead and do that at Venmo. Is going to be at FAFOCult. Our Cash App is going to be $FAFOCult. Go ahead and yes. Go ahead and check out our Etsy shop. We got all sorts of cool, interesting, and unique items over there. Show related and not. Yes, we haven't had an OnlyFans yet. We haven't set that up yet, have we?
And don't forget to send us your steamy concentration camp erotic fan fiction.
Yeah. Damn it. So our Etsy is going to be FAFOCult.etsy.com. You can go ahead and get us on there. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to hell.
No. Yeah. I got a slight burning in the back of my throat from that one. And I'm going like, oh, yeah, that's hellfire right there.
It's the gas.
Yeah. That's the Cyclone B. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Woo.
That's me right there.
Oh, shit. Anyway, we love our listeners, guys. We love you, and thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks for
Europe,
having
you
me
guys
back
are
for my
really-
final appearance.
Europe, especially Germany, you guys are really There's a whole bunch of we've got a whole bunch of brand new listeners from Germany, and we apologize.
I bet we did. No, that worked out awful weird.
Australia and Thailand, you guys are still carrying the flag hard.
Hey,
super awesome to have us.
I was gonna say, don't Thailand have the pangolins there, and maybe somebody can mail you one?
That'd be Africa. That's Africa.
I don't know pangolins, but they definitely got the ladyboys.
Wait a minute.
We're just gonna offend the whole world. We got the whole world offended today. We got the whole world offended today. All right, and Australia, guys, keep it up. We love to. It's really exciting to see all these people picking up.
We love the gummers from down under.
Listening to
the gummers from down
under. With that, and on that beautiful.
I'll see you all in hell.
We'll see you
I'm driving the bus.
Vietnam. There's 2 species in Vietnam. I was close.